When you're approaching these, I generally go through two options for how you can do this. And again, you need to be able to do this without just typing it in your calculator. You need to be able to work with these mentally. And so the two different ways that I would recommend you consider, and try both, see which one works best for you, the first one would be to vertically stack like terms. Okay, so one way that you can do this when you are combining, especially with negatives, is just vertically stack terms that have the same degree. So here, if I leave my first expression as it is, and I distribute my negative, what I can do is I can take my minus 7y, and I'm going to put that under the term with also the term with the single variable y. Here, minus and minus becomes plus 3y to the 8th, so I'll stack that vertically underneath its like term, and then minus and minus becomes plus 3. I'll stack that under the constant. I'm going to do the same thing here. So minus a 2, minus a minus becomes plus 7y. And so now when I vertically stack these, I can write my answer. And as I write my answer, I'm going to now put it in standard form. So as I go through here, I'm going to start my stack with the highest degree is the 8s. So 1 plus 3 gives me 4y to the 8th. And then my 7s, there's nothing added, so just 2y to the 7th. And then my 5s, minus 9 y to the 5th. Then my power of 1, the negative and positive 7s cancel, leaving just minus 5y. And then here I have plus 3 and minus 2 gives me a net of plus 1. So 8 plus 1 here gives me my total of 9. Okay, and so that would be my simplified form. Okay, so that's one possibility that you can work through when you're combining terms. Okay, the other one would be more of a mental combination. And if you're mentally combining them, just kind of work your way through from the highest degree to the lowest. Okay, so if you're working your way through on this, what you'll see here is your first one is power of 9. So if I look at what I have here, I have a plus 9, a minus 2, so that's 7, plus 8, that gives me a total of 15. So there's my y to the 9ths. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to physically cross those out and move to my next one. So my next lowest degree, or the next term after that would be the power of 8. There's nothing to combine. So plus 3y to the 8th. Move down, my next power is y to the 1st. So minus a 6y. Distribute the negative. And then my final term is my constant. I have a negative 2. Minus 4 gives me negative 6. Minus 4, again, gives me a negative 10. And so that would be my simplified form. So what I'm going to do is distribute this negative. Minus minus becomes a plus, 6x squared. Stack it under the second degree terms. Minus a 2x, stack it under the first degree terms. Minus a 4, stack that under my constant. And now when I combine straight down my like terms, I get 13x squared. Minus 5 minus 2 is negative 7x. And then negative 4 minus 4 is negative 8. And that gives me my simplified form.